Okay, here we go. Instructions for drawing a self-portrait by reductive erasing and continuous line contour. So we're making a drawing today. It's going to be a self-portrait, and if you're in a situation similar to mine, then you're probably working from home, maybe in your bedroom. I think the best place to start here is to give your floor an old sweep, because I'm going to work on the floor. If you are too, then you really don't want dust in the final product here. So I got my piece of paper. It's like a 30 by 22. It's like really sturdy paper because we're going to be kind of working the surface of it. And I'm just ripping it down to size because it has this like nice ripped edge quality that I want to maintain as much as possible. So I just rip that down in half by measuring and then putting a little marker and then putting the straight edge down onto the paper and putting my knee on it to like really hold it in place, and then just rip the paper in half, take a look at the edge, pick your favorite piece, make sure it's about the size of your head, like I did right there, and then we're going to go ahead and mask off the edges just to give it like a cleaner look. And so for this piece of masking tape, I actually put it on my pants to make it a little less tacky, and we'll just see how that turns out at the end. So I'm just masking down each of my sides. And there's a bunch of hairs in the tape, so I pulled those out. So now you're going to grab the biggest pizza box you have in your closet and use that as like your drawing surface. And I grabbed a few toning implements. Like I grabbed a graphite stick, and that wasn't really doing it for me, so I grabbed a little piece of willow charcoal, and that was okay, but I wanted to try something else, so I just got it's like a 7B, or like a really dark pencil, gave it a sharpen, and just started toning the page. And you just tone it, you tone it and tone it. You tone it this way and that. And you cross hatch back and forth. You're just filling it in. Wow, look at me go. This is like real time. Like I did not speed this up. Tone, 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 tone. Go back and forth. You're looking for like really nice even coverage. And then to make it even more even, I just grabbed a couple tissues. You can use paper towel or like cotton. And you're looking for like a medium gray, like between black and white. So for the first part of the drawing, we're going to be erasing back the paper that we just toned. So I just grabbed 3 different erasers to give me different like mark making abilities. I have a kneadable eraser, a gum eraser, and a plastic eraser like the Stadler. So again, with your pizza box, just get yourself set up and comfortable. And right there, I just kind of took a look, and I didn't really have a lot of like highlights on my face. So I pulled down my lamp, turned off the lights, and that seems like to be the way to go. Lots of highlights on my face and lots of shadows as well. The contrast will like help this drawing really pop. So I just kind of got right into it. What I love about this technique is that it's so forgiving. You can really just kind of start to pull up the highlights and then deepen them by like pulling away as much graphite as you can. And then I kind of messed up here and I just refilled it with a bit of graphite. Like it's my drawing, I'll do whatever I want. And I'm switching back and forth between erasers as well. So I'm mostly using the white plastic eraser because it takes up a lot of material, but I am using the kneadable eraser as well. For the second part of the drawing, we're going to do a continuous continuous line contour drawing. So I got a bunch of like dark marking, like thick marking implements. So I got a Sharpie, I have a brush pen that I really like. It's full of ink, but you can use like Conte or charcoal. I decided to go with the brush pen because you get like a lot of variability with the mark. And in doing this exercise, it's not necessarily going to be pretty. It's going to have a bit more of a spontaneous and organic kind of feel to the final drawing. It doesn't have to be exact. It's more about just like enjoying the happy little accidents that are going to come up when you're stuck with your drawing implement directly on your paper the whole time. You cannot lift it up. If you do, just put it back where it was, no big deal. But I really, really tried to look at my face as much as possible and just trust my hand to be following my eye. So a few things are like really not precise, not entirely exact, but I was happy with it there. So then, just as a reminder, we got started with a quarter sheet of thick heavy-duty paper. We got some masking tape to mask off the edges, and then found toning materials, whether it's a graphite stick or a pencil. I grabbed a few erasers so that I had variability and like pulled up the highlights out of my face on the toned paper. And then I got a thick, dark marking implement. I went with a brush pen, but a Sharpie would do. And I am happy with this. I like love the shot because my face actually isn't in the shot, just the picture. Awesome. It's me. Oh, and then I forgot to take off the masking tape. So here we go, peeling off the masking tape in the back. You kind of want to pull masking tape off like as close to the paper as possible, and you want to pull it off at like 45-degree angle. But when I started doing this, it did start to like pull up some of the surface of the paper. And then I'm gonna go for the piece that I made a little less tacky by putting it onto my clothing, onto my pant leg. And this one also stuck quite a bit, so I would actually maybe do the pant leg thing like a couple times, like really bring the tack down, or use like painter's tape, something really appropriate that won't pull up as much paper, but it's like no big deal anyway. It just gives it a bit of a rustic look. And there we go, pulling off the masking tape, and we are done. Ta-da! All right, make sure to clean up again after you're all done here. I think this went really well. I really, really enjoyed the process and the end product. It's like something for the fridge. All right, thank you very much for your attention, and how beautiful is that rug?